What's your hat say?
It says Vape King.
You vape? You're a vapor?
I'm not a vapor, but I drive a Subaru, so I have to pretend that I'm into vape culture because apparently that's like a Subaru thing.
To have that, and then the loud exhaust spoiler.
Oh yeah, you got to have the spoiler, lime green brake calipers. How else you driving a Subaru if you don't have that?
Gold wheels. No, not gold, bronze. Sorry. And
I got it. There we go. Turn that volume off. So are we live? I think it looks like it. Nobody's here.
Nobody's here yet. It's okay.
We're just chatting.
Yeah.
So
it says live.
Oh yeah.
So my lady says she hasn't gotten a notification yet, so maybe it's still.
Now, can we talk about how adorable your girlfriend is? She is a fucking delight. I tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know how you scored. I mean, congrats.
No, I don't care. It's funny. No, yeah, I'm all for it. Dude.
How long have you two been together?
We've been together for 6 years. So it'll be 7 in November.
Hey? Still dating, no wedding ring, nothing, hey?
It's coming. It's overdue.
Oh yeah. Oh, I for sure. I don't know what you're thinking.
Like I really wanted to in 2020, but I mean it's
that's true.
You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. So I was like,
it's COVID, baby.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I was like, nah, I ain't trying to. But it's coming. All right. I don't want to spoil it, but Turbo Tights right here. What's up here?
What's up, brother? Oh man. So what's up? How's it going? So you're in Texas, if I remember correctly, eh?
I'm sorry. I'm in Texas.
Yeah, you're in Texas, correct?
Yeah.
So did you guys get blasted with the? Because I saw you had some snow, right? But
so like, so the north of Texas gets like snow, just about yearly and stuff. But more towards like the other areas that really don't ever see snow. If we do, it's very minimal. Because I lived in Lubbock, Texas, from like my smaller years, and we would get snow a lot there, And then when I moved to San Antonio back in like 2010, different environment, they never seen snow. I was like, what? You haven't never seen snow? You know what I mean? And so it just a lot of people weren't prepared for it. They've never seen it, and it was a good amount of snow. You know what I mean? So a lot of the houses weren't, I guess, properly equipped for it. Power wasn't equipped for it, so
those were some pretty crazy video. Like just seeing all the destruction and stuff. Like a little bit of snow just grinds to a halt down there.
Yeah, I was like thinking, I was like, because I mean, some people did get really bad. Don't get me wrong, but then I feel like there was a lot of like overreacting, like people buying out the shelves and stuff like that.
Too, it's all the people from California coming over there, a bunch of pussies, and they just screw that whole state up.
There's some all right ones like Tyler. He's California. But yeah, so like, but I was like saying, like, I was like, man, there's people that live in this like kind of snow every day and worse than this kind of snow, you know what I mean? So I'm just like,
yeah. Well, it's weird. Like I got a buddy who lives down there, and we were talking about some of the building codes, and I think the water pipes only have to be 12 inches or something like that under the ground. And our minimum depth is 4 feet. So it's just the climate is so different, right? And then just to get, because I mean, it did get cold. I looked at some of the numbers. It was actually pretty incredible how cold it actually, but mind you, the week before we had like minus 50-degree weather. So that was just all blowing down from where we were. And you guys got hit with it for a couple of days, but.
You're used to it.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Yeah, y'all get a bunch of cold starts then, huh?
Oh, dude, I tell you. I've seen so much crankcase like gasoline, it would blow. Like I just take the oil and I burn it in my car half the time. But yeah, this year we ran out of batteries and coolant completely. We cannot get it. Yeah, yep. we had the Fords. The new Fords are really bad about the push-on connectors, especially going down to the transmission. They get horrible coolant leaks. So we've been seeing a lot of those come back under warranty. So the hoses are back ordered for days, and then obviously you go through, you top the coolant up, do the whole that thing. And yeah, it's been an interesting year, especially with COVID too. We're having a hard time getting stuff.
Am I cutting out, or is that me?
I don't know. I'm looking sleek. I know I look good, and I know your girlfriend looks good. I don't know about the whole in between part.
The in between, like, how did you get here? Like, what do you?
Power Stroke, what's going on, buddy?
Power Stroke G, what's up, dude?
I just subscribed to him actually, and followed him on Instagram. He's kind of been in your circles with your talking text there for a while, but I've never really got into it.
Yeah, he works on Fords, so y'all have something in common.
Yeah, I mean, stay strong, man. Stay strong. You see a lot of Fords, man. You probably work on more Fords during the day than I do. My God.
Yeah, well, that's what my boss was a Ford tech for like 11 years. And then,
yeah.
So he took a lot of business with them. So Ford's what he knows. So that's why we see a lot of Fords.
Oh,
we have IDS and all of that.
Oh, no shit. That's good. So you probably have more access to the scan tools than we do.
It's just me, yeah. But we never really do too much programming or updates like we like I thought we would, and we really don't use the IDS to like diagnose the Ford trucks either.
And really, what do you do? Short blocks. You know, it pretty much Ford comes in, it's getting an engine. That's just the way to go.
Like I think the newest Ford I've worked on was a 2019 6.7. It's like an F250.
Oh yeah, what upper oil pan leak?
No, it was just filters and stuff like that.
Oh,
that's when I learned about the new fuel filter they have on the bottom. I was like the rectangular one, like the square.
Oh yeah.
That was the first time I had seen that. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they love their fuel conditioning. Those things love like getting destroyed. But yeah, you see quite a bit of diesel work down there, or no?
Yeah, well, most of the trucks we're working on are the diesels, like 6.0s or Power Strokes.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see a lot of 6 liters. Those things, I mean, they're still keeping chops in business, baby.
Yeah, the 6.0s. I see the most I see are the 7.3s and the 6.7s actually.
Yeah.
Just because a lot
of 6 liters left. They've all been scrapped.
I just did some body mounts on a 6.4. That was
I've seen that. Yeah, that was on Instagram. That was pretty awesome.
But no, terrible. Tyler said Texas is so bad the internet connection can't even handle it. So I guess I'm the one that's.
Oh shit! Hey, we'll get through it.
Duca Apex 6.0 roll drunk.
Hey, Duct Tape Tech, what's going on, buddy? He's got a 6 liter, and I always make fun of him, but it's still running. It's still running.
You read that as Duct Tape Tech. I read that as Ducata P Tech.
Yeah, Ducata P Tech. He works on motorcycles, mostly Italian.
That's what I was thinking, like Ducati. I was like, but you said Duct Tape Tech.
Oh shit!
That was a good one.
So you see a lot of Ford. What's your favorite to work? Are you big you like the import vehicles or what?
Like favorite vehicle to work on?
Yeah, what do you like? Like what's your brand? Like when you see something roll in, is it like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking crush this?
I would really like to work on like more European cars, like Volvos and like those cars, like, you know what I mean, like that. They're just so freaking like why do you need this damn many vacuum hoses? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no shit.
So I think I would work on them more if the customers paid for the repairs, because we do get a good amount, or and like they usually ask for, like, we charge our hourly labor rate is higher for European cars than it is diesels. You know,
no shit, eh? I guess you gotta have the scan tools. What is your door rate? What do you guys charge?
So it's $85 for 1 hour diag, and then it's $100 for cars, Asian, domestic. Excuse me, $120 for diesels, and then $130 for Euro.
Yeah,
So
that's not out of the like realm because we're at 160, but that's Canadian dollars. So probably by the time you do that conversion, it's like $50 an hour greenbacks. So it's actually not too bad.
when dealerships charge pretty. Or are you a dealership, or is it just like
No, we're a dealership. Yeah, we got 20. There's 20 techs I think we have now back. So it's a pretty sizable
dang,
dealership for sure.
20 techs? Yeah, it's just me and my boss in the
Oh,
section.
that's the best, man. Honest to God, like I think that's such a great. Like I'm pretty because my background is in the independent shop, and I get a little envious to watch your Instagram and see the different stuff you have to work on, like where you do the pan. Yeah, I got a Subaru over here waiting on approval. I got F-150. I got a 6-liter. I got over here. There's an old beat ass bitch ass Buick LeSabre or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, well, here's another F-150 with a fucking PCM update and some goddamn transmission leak. Like, BMWs every week for minor maintenance, brakes, tune-ups, and whatnot. Yeah. The European cars are interesting because it's like I find that the domestics, like this Fords especially, will do just weird shit. Like they'll put a hose somewhere and there is no good way to get to that hose, and they'll do some weird ass backwards. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to pull the passenger seat, you need to lay upright like this, and then you put your tongue to the side and you can get it, no problem. The German stuff, you're going to be taking parts off, and you're going to be taking a lot of parts off, but you can get to where you need to be. It's going to just take a while. But the domestics are just kind of like, I don't know. There's a little bit more forethought, especially I think the Japanese too are pretty good with that. They tend to make things a little bit more serviceable.
Serviceable, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I do like enjoy working on the Fords just because I work on them so much. So that's like,
Yeah, it is nice once you get familiar with a product line. It does make the work a lot more enjoyable.
So that and like helps with my side jobs because there's a lot of Fords. Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard that the Ford is the best in Texas. It's like a little commercial always plays. You probably never heard of it. But
no, I never heard it. I never.
I don't know. It's like Ford is the best in Texas. There's a bunch of Fords, so it helps out with like side jobs because I see a lot of the same thing. So it's just like, oh, it's this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can figure it out.
You do a lot of side jizzing or what?
Man, right? Like I was doing really good at one point. Last year, so 2019 of October until February 2020. Like from then to there, I made a good amount of money. I was just like, damn. And it was just from weekends, like 2 days out of the, like it was literally just a Saturday, Sunday, every weekend from October. And then, of course, COVID hit. So everyone just kind of, everything like losing jobs and,
fuck everybody. Amos Cardoza, how's it going, man? I haven't seen you in a while. And I agree. Hit the like button. I don't know what's going on. We got 10 people watching, 5 likes.
5 likes. Damn it.
Hey-o.
Come on. Oh, there's my old lady.
Oh, she's got a YouTube?
Huh?
Get out of here. Does she make videos or what?
No. Hey, dang, you already subscribed. I've been telling her to go to do a Twitch.
Oh yeah, I have a buddy of mine on. Actually, he makes YouTube videos, simple electronics. I have one of his shirts I wear on a live stream occasionally. But
is that the one you did with the podcast with?
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's exactly it. And his wife she does Twitch streaming, and she started doing YouTube, and she's cute, So he's like, this is bullshit. I've been doing this YouTube thing for 4 fucking years. My wife comes in, all of a sudden, she's got more followers than me. She's making money.
Yeah, that's what I was telling. I was like, you're a baddie. Get on there, make some money.
Yes.
I appreciate it, you know what I mean? So it's crazy. Like some people. Okay, so there's this one people that she watches on YouTube, and they on YouTube for years. Like she's watched them like back when she was like in high school and shit. They like vlog. They're vloggers.
Oh yeah.
And so one is he started playing Twitch, and bro, he makes like $50K in a night.
Yeah, it's crazy. And we're going to work like a bunch of suckers.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, like what? A 9-year-old made $1 million last year from
Yeah.
YouTube. That's crazy. Like,
Let me get my clown makeup on and get my ass to work.
it's,
Get this mud away before I can fucking start doing it.
okay, there's the crazy. Okay, so my nephews and stuff, they watch like YouTube too. They watch these vloggers, these guys that play games, and I see them. They're like grown men like us, bro. But like the way they talk is like so
Oh yeah, they're like
cringy. I'm like,
toddlers.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, why you
Oh
talking
shit!
like
Did you
that?
see that? Oh my god,
Yeah,
dude!
yes.
It's a video game. Like you ran somebody over in Grand Theft Auto. Wow. I do that for, I'm just trying to get gas in this thing, and I just run people over. That's Grand Theft Auto for you. Oh shit, man! You see that? Oh my god! And then
Yeah,
like
so
cut. Oh yeah, I know. It can be a little tough. Some of the streamers like it's live streaming is very difficult. I actually my last live stream or the one I did before, I actually tried doing the game stream thing. There's a racing game that I play because basically I'm a grown.
oh, I saw that. I saw you
Yeah,
play that.
exactly. Yeah, I'm a toddler, and that is a lot more difficult than you would think. Actually, trying to somewhat
Play
play
the
the game.
game by
Yeah,
talking to the audience.
and then you start talking. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'm racing, and then I start talking, and I can start just crashing into walls. But I mean, some people can do it. I mean, I guess if that's all you're 12 years old, you got nothing else to do other than
Yeah.
cranking down.
Let's check some of these comments. Hold on. Almost Cardoza. Okay, I've seen you a lot, buddy, but I feel like I'm not too sure of your true identity. For a while, I was getting BMW every week, but just for minor maintenance breaks, tune-ups. See, I do a lot of that, like the maintenance stuff, but I want to do like engines,
You
timing
really get in
chains.
there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the stuff I love. I love heavy line, dude. Like just rebuilding like engines there. I don't know. I guess it's not part of like a diagnostic, but I feel more like a mechanic when I do that.
Yeah,
Um,
right? I know. Like I do a lot of interior work, and I call it wire twizzling, and I'm like, well, I don't know what kind of pussy mechanical work this is. That's like I go to yeah, I got a motor going in this thing, and then this has got a leak, and then the power steering out of this. And I'm like, okay, well, I fixed a DVD player today. I went through, and these power fucking heated mirrors aren't working, so I figured that out. But the more heavy line I do, the more I enjoy it because you kind of just turn this thing off and you just put out, and it's almost therapeutic in a way, right? Like
yeah,
you do your thing, you just bust it out, and then you're done. The thing with diag, especially electrical diag, you will sit there and pull your fucking hair out sometimes, and and that those minutes seem to take long. They're just like when you're doing
take
diag.
longer.
Yeah, man, it's and then you're like, holy shit, I got an hour into this thing. I know nothing. I learned less than when I started. I don't even know how this fucking works. But yeah, when you're busting stuff out on the heavy line, like it makes the day go a lot quicker for sure.
Yeah, or like like you can focus, nothing else bothering you. Just like you tackle it,
Yes.
And that's another thing I hate about being on the tech because I get a bunch of heavy line jobs sometimes. Whether it's like a transmission, engine, and I like doing those kind of jobs, but I would enjoy doing Reba. But like that Subaru one I did not too long ago, it just man, I felt like it was there for almost 2 months, man. Like
What
2 months.
are you actually doing on that son of a bitch?
I did a short block.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So it was my first one ever too, my first engine pull. The most like I've worked on Subis, but it's always been like brakes, CV
Yeah.
shafts, timing belts. I've never even pulled an intake off on one before. So
They're so goddamn reliable. That's why I bought one. You just can't kill them.
and like that's actually probably the easiest engine pull ever. And it's crazy because repair for Oates, I had just finished doing that one, and like his head gaskets went out on his, so it's
that's
pretty
funny.
cool. So I was like, hey, make sure you do this, because
what kind of
when
Subaru
I was doing,
it,
I was like, I don't know, Kenneth, what kind of Subaru do you have? Repair for
because I
Oates.
actually, it's funny because we've been talking a little bit, and I've been at the Ford dealership for a while, and this dealership sucks dick. I will tell you that, like right now. And I would like to leave the industry, and COVID right now is things are tough, right? Like, I mean, the job market is, but I tell you one thing about fixing cars, you are never, it doesn't matter how bad the economy is, it doesn't matter what the fuck's going on. If you can fix shit, you will find work. So I ended up, my wife and I got this Subaru, I don't know, a couple months ago. And the guy from the dealership down, it's in a different town, be a little bit further south. So offer me a job down there, like right now. Hey, when can you start? And the Subarus are easy as shit to work on. And, compared to these fucking, some of the, like these new Ford Escapes, honest to God, I'd rather put my fucking fist in a beehive. Like they are absolutely the worst thing ever to work on. I'm thinking, those little flat, little bastard engines there, 6 bolts, you can pull it out like a fucking, like you're stealing a stereo. You're good to go, baby.
Oh, have you done spark plugs on one?
I have not done spark plugs on one, but I have this special tool called a hammer. And you just manipulate the firewall, is what I call it. And then you just hog those sons of bitches out, and then you just feed the extensions in one at a time. Bang, go bang. That's only 4, But that's the one.
You can use a hole saw.
Yeah, the holes, I call them speed holes. You put a couple of those, and then you silicone them up after, make it look professional. Bingo, bango. You're making up time like crazy.
I think there's one that actually tells you to do that. It's on a Dodge Journey.
Dodge Journey, and I think the Hondas also have that.
It says to drill, because I think in order to pull off one of the camshaft bolts, you had to cut a hole, and I was just like, crap, and I didn't feel like I didn't have anything to cut it, so I was like, I had to do that little gasket right behind the timing cover that's behind the timing chains, and I was like, well, crap, how am I
out and just send it?
Well, I actually did it without taking that bolt out. I just scooted the timing cover as front as I could and squeezed my hand in and cleaned it up nice and pretty.
That's it, baby. You're selling the sizzle, not the steak.
Tyler, Mr. Subaru, probably rolling in on his cave. What happened with that timing belt that snapped on the... Oh, Tyler, funny you asked that. Okay, so
I got this on Instagram. I would love to hear this. I used to have a Mitsubishi. Okay, sorry.
All right, go for it. I'll wait.
No, you're good. I'm just posting stuff. I'm good.
So I posted the other day on my story. I don't know if you saw it, about a Mitsubishi Galant that had it was like a no crank, no start, or whatever. And then they had told us it's been sitting for a week. So that thing been sitting for a couple of years. Anyways, someone told it off, the F250 or whatever. I check it out, bust the timing belt, write up a ticket. It needs a bunch of work, like a bunch of work. And they're like, okay, never mind. We don't want to fix it. So we're like, okay, well, come pick up the car. You can't stay here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're not storage.
And I was just getting back from lunch, and I guess they had showed up to, tow the car away because it was like on some dolly. And I guess he was like a mobile worker. He had a little placard on his door, and I saw it. I said his name, his work information, his phone number, so you can contact him. And it said like roofing, plumbing, all these like trades, electrician, AC, whatever you need. And then on the bottom it said auto and car mechanic work. I was like, bro, you're the one that dropped off the car. I don't know, I just thought it was funny. Like,
hey, some guys don't want to fuck around with it. He probably picked it up, at an auction or something like that. I don't got time to look at this. Honestly, if he's a plumber in Texas, he probably doesn't give a shit about automotive work right now.
Dude, plumbers make some good money here.
Oh yeah,
and HC. If you're an HVAC, man.
Well, down there, not so much up here. Plumbers, oh yeah, and heating guys do pretty well up in this area too.
Because that's not the same with HVAC. It's not part of HVAC.
I guess it is HVAC, yeah, but I mean the cooling portion of that, yeah. We don't have a lot of central air. It is not really necessary.
How many guys were in the truck? 2.
Probably chop shop, mobile chop and repair, something like that.
Okay, so the other day I had we still have a F250. The customer hasn't decided what they want to do. It needs injector cup sleeve. It's a 7.3, and it's been sitting there for a month, but it doesn't run. It runs like crap,
Yeah.
So we're like, well, he's gonna take forever. Let's just leave it outside. We're not. It's just gonna take up a bay inside. It's gonna take up a bay, and left. I went to work the next day, and I could have sworn the truck was parked elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was parked right against the gate fence, and I was just like, I didn't think nothing of it. I went, started the day, opened up shop, started checking cars, and I left it there, and I figured my boss had it there for some reason. I was like, because I parked it. And then he finally shows up. He's like, why'd you move the truck? And I was like, I didn't move the truck. He's like, did Mary move it? Which is their service writer.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know, ask her. And he was like, and she came back. He's like, she didn't move it. I was like, I thought you moved it. And sure enough, someone tried to steal it, and it shut off on them like right before the gate. Like they were gonna run through the gate or something.
Oh
man.
yeah. They love stealing those old Fords, those 6-liters, man. Like, guys, I had buddies of mine that wouldn't even lock theirs. They're like, listen, if you just take the fucking thing, and if you're gonna steal it, just burn it to the ground, so I don't have to, chase the repairs on this.
Okay, so there's this thing, like, I don't know if if you're too educated on it. So the 6.0 bulletproof, like,
yeah,
what is that? Is that like they find all the defects in the 6.0?
Well, it's
it, and then now it's like the best.
No, it's what that is aftermarket bullshit that really doesn't do that much. It's ARP head studs and then I think an aftermarket gasket, but it doesn't change the design, the intrinsic design of that motor. As far as I know, it doesn't do anything to deal with the FICMs. Obviously, those are a complete. I understand the engineering behind it, why they went the way that they did, but it doesn't do anything to deal with the fuel delivery. The HUI, so the hydraulic unit injectors that the 6-liters use, is not a very good design because it's really, really hard to get continuously clean oil through extremely small passages under high pressure and high temperature for any extended period of time. I don't know why the fuck they would thought that'd be a good idea on a gas vehicle, let alone a diesel, because they're notorious for super clean and uncontaminated oil. So I don't know, guys do that. It's something I think that guys that own these trucks, they pour a bunch of money into them, and then they put that on their what's the word? They put it on their it's been bulletproof. You're not gonna have any fucking issues. Yeah, exactly. Right.
It's a sell.
Yeah, exactly. And then I got an inline coolant filter. Allen Power makes aftermarket FICMs higher heat resistance. That is true. I've seen there's a guy on Instagram that I follow, and he was he posted a picture of one of those opened up, and he went through and upgraded all the I think there's power MOSFETs and there's some capacitors and stuff for each one of the injectors. So it was pretty cool. Like there is some upgrades you can do to those injection control modules, but it doesn't seem like that's part of the bulletproofing that everybody likes. It's just head studs, basically.
Head studs.
Yeah.
Another thing about that, because I had a buddy that did do that, and he was selling trucks. He's like, "Oh, it's been bulletproofed." I'm like, "What the fuck does that mean?" Like, what'd you do? Like, you fucking powder coated the head covers and the head like gold and maroon.
Yeah. That's a classic diesel guy. Yeah, Ford and Cat injectors are super similar. That is 100%. I think they were actually developed by the same company, the injectors themselves. Yeah, there you go. Tools and Trash, just buy a 7.3 and be happy. Make sure you keep that driveway nice and clean because those things love to leak. But other than that, they're pretty much bulletproof. But yeah, those hydraulic injectors, the unit injectors, very smart. I mean, at the time, I see why the 6-liter was the engine that could have been so fucking great. They lowered the displacement. They tried to make a bit of a higher revving diesel engine, which is awesome. They sounded awesome. When those 6-liters came out with the variable geometry turbos and shit, just screamed. But they just didn't last. Shit. Yeah, they were just shit.
So what do you think about the 6.7? Like I don't know. I really like the 6.7, and then now
6.7's good.
3.
The 6.7 is good. The only real common issue that we see, and you guys probably don't even deal with it because they use the 3-part, the modular block. We get lots of upper oil pan leaks here because the original, when they first came out, they had a physical gasket, and now they went to silicone or a seal in place gasket, and they leak like fucking crazy. And I think it's more because of our temperatures here. Like, these diesels will see a huge temperature fluctuation, and you got your iron to aluminum, and the differential heating and cooling will eventually, and we see them leak. Like I've seen them 20,000 kilometers, those things will leak. Now, mind you, I fucking detest working on diesels. No offense, Power Stroke Jude. I can't fucking stand the smell of diesels. I did 6 years in the oil industry, and that fucking diesel, it makes me puke. So generally, I'll see something like that. We have a guy who he loves doing them. Like that's his jam. I'll send it over to him, and I'll get some of his electrical work or the gas drivability, the gas engine stuff. Fucking bring that on. But man, diesel and rear diff. If we get a burnt, like we got an old guy. I want to say old. He's in his 50s. He's been fixing Fords for 20 years or something like that. Just crazy. And that's all he does is driveline and diffs. And he'll open up one that's been cooked, and so help me God, I mean, it's a big shop. I'll be on the other side of that shop, and I'll have to step out. I'll be like, I can't be in the same fucking building as this. It's disgusting.
You become a drama queen.
I am. I can't do it. I can't. Mud, dog shit. You know that. Look at me. Doesn't even faze me. Ice, snow, not a problem. Hydrocarbons, I'm done.
I honestly, I was just talking about the other day because yesterday actually I did a differential service on a 2017 Ram 2500.
Oh yeah.
I had a noise complaint and stuff, and I heard we're in noise and stuff, and I was like, man, it sound weird. So I was like, oh, I need to pop the cover off. I stuck a camera in, and the oil was slow as hell, but no signs of leaks. So, and I popped that cover off, bro, and it was just, and so when I popped the cover off, it shot out on me and got on my shirt. Yeah. And I was just like,
you're done.
Like,
you're done.
God,
you're not going home because the wife will murder you. Soon to be wife, should I say, will fucking murder you. And that shirt, I hope you didn't like that shirt because you just take it, you ball it up, and you throw it in the fucking garbage. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, I tried to go watch. It was early in the morning, so I'm be getting into cars. And I didn't want a chance like getting it on so I had to like go restroom, fucking wash my shirt as best I could, and just like
you're popping the lid off, baby, and you're riding dirty for the rest of the day. That's about it. Love to work on natural gas. Smells like farts, and I love it. You know what? Propane and natural gas automotive work, like the gasoline conversions. We used to do with the old shop I worked at. We did tons of those, and I loved working on those systems. They were fucking awesome. The new GMC 6-liter with a direct injection, they have I mean, mind you, the kit I think is about a $5,000 touch, but some of the oil companies converted their fleets over because basically natural gas is free. So it was 5G to do the conversion, and they were free fuel after that. And I mean, these guys are in their trucks, 15 hours a day, so it made sense for them. So anyways, we did a bunch. We had a fleet of them, and the fucking jam on these systems is insane. Like those 6-liters are dogs. I mean, I've been a GM man for a long time, but they're a fucking dog. And I swear that propane kit, because it'll actually stack, so it can use the gas injectors and the propane injectors, one or the other or simultaneously. And if you're pulling a load like because the propane or the natural gas is a lot higher octane, the engine just loves it. And the range, it's like 1,100 kilometer range out of these or I don't know what that is in miles, like 700, whatever.
What is that in America?
Yeah, what is that in furlongs or whatever made up measurements that you guys use? But yeah, the guys love it because they just ride these trucks all day, and I love it. And the nice thing too is the systems piggyback on the factory system, so you can actually go in there and because we were like a dealer, I guess, and we had the dealer level scan tool for these propane systems. You can go in there and you can do like performance tuning if you wanted to. Like if you built a system to actually utilize that propane. I always thought an EcoBoost with a propane direct injection system would be fucking sick. Like you could probably make pretty good power, and it would be ultra cheap to run. What's going on, Egg Tech 45, man? Appreciate you passing by.
I was gonna say, what's up, Ag Tech? Quick sec, give me a second. I gotta grab another beer.
Yeah, buddy. I'm drinking my coffee here. How you doing? How's things going in your neck of the woods? Cold as shit. We're starting to warm up around here. So you're northern Saskatchewan, if I remember correctly. Unsk. Just chilling. Chilling with my boy.
What's going on, my princesses?
You got your air traffic controller headset on there. You're ready to rock, buddy.
All right, so check me out. So these are my PlayStation headsets, bro.
I wasn't that far off.
It's because so I've done a couple podcasts, and I think I did 2, and the audio was like, because I haven't got a mic yet, but I have a badass camera. I have a Canon 60D that I want to start using for my videos. I just haven't, but I need to get a mic. That's why. And so I was like, let me just try these head mic. It's enclosed. I can hear better, and it made a huge difference. So that's why I was like, I gotta use these now.
What are you editing your videos and stuff on? You do it on a computer, you do it on your phone?
So I edit on my phone, and I just bought a Mac like a couple months ago. Yeah, so I was just like,
so you're growing the man butt.
Stupid. So I have iPhone, so that's how I record all my videos, and I edit on my phone.
Hello? Hello? Oh shit, he's frozen up.
What happened? Okay. We blacked out. We're back.
Good. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Oh, I'm still black or not? I show up on my screen, so
there you go. All right. No, we're back. Okay, so you bought a hipster box, and you're gonna start editing on the Mac.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to use my Canon 60D. I need to buy a mic, and then my videos will be like top notch, like yours one day.
I record everything on my phone and edit with a free app. We don't need to blow smoke on my ass.
You know who actually does really good video editing? Garnet Tools.
He does good stuff. His setup is fucking insane, man. Holy shit! He did a community post. It looked like a fucking movie studio.
Like I actually enjoy like watching like just because like he gets some shots and he makes these tools and everything. He's
try to do. What are we doing? Okay, we're blacking out, guys.
I can see him.
Here we go. Maybe it's on my end. I don't know. That damn text.
Ag text says he can see me.
No, we're good then. Problem solved.
As long as somebody can see.
That's it. So how long you been doing the YouTube thing? You're just getting going on.
Okay. Oh, that's funny that you asked that today. Today is actually marks the 3rd year I've had a channel.
Get the fuck out of town. Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize you've been doing it that long. Jesus Christ. Have you been posting videos consistently or what?
Okay, so like I started off 3 years ago. Apparently, I made my first video on the mountain ranges, and in that one, I had Bruce Allen and Garnet Tools inspired me to make a channel. So I did that, and I was a Patreon of Bruce Allen because he actually showed me a lot. I was like learning about all these new tools with snap-on depth up to here for tools and shit. And anyways, I reached out to him. I was like, hey, you inspired me. I made a video. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Because he did like really good quality or whatever. Like, it's my first video. Like, it's not going to be fucking perfect.
Yeah.
And he actually he's like, I'm going to give you a shout out. I was like, cool. And he got me to like 100 subscribers with his shout out. So I was posting videos for like a good 3 months. And then like I just stopped. And then I've been consistent like the last 18 months.
Yeah, buddy. Good for you. You got a good channel. I really enjoy the Heavy Wrench is in the his house.
What's up, Phil?
What's going on, buddy? He had a live stream last weekend with everybody on there, right? Was that the?
I didn't catch that one. I don't know if he had. I think he had.
He's everywhere. The guy cranks out the content. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he had a live. Yeah.
He has a live stream every Saturday.
Yeah, but he had CP on. He had.
I think he had some TTS people, or I didn't get to watch it. I think I stopped by real quick to say hi. And then
it's hard, man. Like
it really is.
I wish I could watch everybody's. I can barely crank out 3 videos a month, and that's pushing it. And I don't really have a lot going on. I really don't. And it's just like, holy fuck, like I don't know. But I did a couple videos at work, and I actually really like those. I want to try and do some more of that. It's hard to it's kind of hard to film and be efficient. But there's some jobs where you're like, I'm already losing my fucking ass on this thing. I may as well just go in there and grab the camera and at least maybe make about $7 off this YouTube video after 5 years,
I like when you post, like, I think the other day you posted one of the cars you worked with, like a little skit video on Instagram, just like, I think it was like a
Yeah.
day in the life. And like that, I was like, damn, I actually enjoyed that. It was pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. I enjoy seeing people's stories because, like, I like to see what people work on.
The day-to-day stuff. And and that's it. Like that's kind of what, because I'm pretty sure I found you on Instagram before I found you on YouTube. And your Instagram is awesome, like I said, because it's every day, it's something different, and it makes me miss the independent shop. It's just you get so much different variety, right? And it's you're in there, you're doing it. It's not like, because there's a lot of guys on here that are doing fucking brakes and oil changes, and then they'll roll out their $50,000 Snap-on tool card and swing dick about how they're Super Tech 69 at hotmail.com, and then meanwhile you got my boy Davion there with a crescent wrench and a hammer. Yeah, I fucking pulled this motor today. We didn't have the parts, so I just rebuilt the rings, with a file and put a paper clip in there. She's good to go. We'll get them out the door. Like it's completely different, and I miss that. And the dealership, you don't really get that. It's TSBs, your recalls for the majority of part. We get a little bit of retail work, but for the
Same thing.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of the same thing over and over again.
That's why I left Toyota. I really wanted to be like a Toyota Master Tech, because I genuinely enjoy Toyotas. Like, I really think,
Yeah, they're good
some of the
vehicle
good
for
cars,
sure.
And so I went to Toyota, right?
Thanks, man.
And I was just like, I can't do this.
How long were you at the dealership?
Like 6 months.
6 months. Hey, holy shit. Yeah, so that was I'm assuming flat rate.
So right, I was still in school at the time, so they had me on hourly.
Oh, okay.
And I had to I had to still keep track of my flags and stuff, but I was doing the same. So I used to work at Discount Tire before, and I went to there. They would send me the tires, all the tire jobs. I got these 10 bills, Tacomas.
Yeah.
So they made me the tire jobs because I could knock them out fast. They paid like 1.4. It'd take me 20 minutes to do them. You know what I mean? And then I was like, I don't want to be doing tire rotations. And then there was a recall on the Toyota Tacomas for the headliners, and the warranty pay was like 1 hour, and it took damn near like 5.
Oh yeah.
And so they had me doing all those, and I would just flag them under other people's numbers so they can get that. Because you had to be like I don't know, certified bullshit,
Yeah.
So like some techs would get like a couple extra hours, from doing stuff they didn't do, or like control arms over and over, alignments over and over. It just got really boring. Like,
I mean, it's a Toyota. Like, what is there to actually fix? I guess you got to just swap frames out. That's pretty much the majority.
It was cool. I think there was one guy there. I saw him doing a transmission one time, because that's all I ever see was people doing brakes, maybe a CV shaft. I was like, okay. And then there was one guy. I guess he was a transmission guy, and he was doing the transmission. I was like, that's what I want to do. Like, I want to do a fucking transmission. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So were they doing internal transmission work there, or was it just removal and replacement?
I think it was just R&R.
Yeah.
So it's funny, the way my shop I'm at now, I was in school and I was with I had to do a clutch in school on a Mustang, and this guy I got partnered up with that was in my class. We're tackling it together, and first time ever pulling a transmission, so I'm trying to like, okay, do this, and he's 19, I think I'm like 21, and he's like, no, bro, look, check this out, and he's like, pop, pop, and fucking does it all fast and shit, right? I'm like, ah, damn, bro. I was like, where'd you learn all this? I was like,
why makes you feel shittier than that?
I was like, why are you in school? He's like, oh, I just learned it because of the shop I'm at. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, where you work? And he said my shop, and I was just like, and I told him the address. He's like, yeah. I was like, bro, give me a job. I've been trying to apply at that shop because it's close to where I live, And sure enough, he got me the job. So then I've been there since. And
how long ago? So how long have you been at your current employer?
I was 3 years in August, so like 3.5.
Oh yeah. It seems like you're enjoying it. It seems like a good shop, honestly. Like I like myself, definitely a smaller shop, the better, because you're able to get more work. It's not like, we're going to feed this fucking guy, like you're saying, you're getting saddled with all the tires because you do them quick. So it's almost like you're getting punished for putting out, right? Where the independent shop, it's a little bit more, hey, here's the work, fucking fly at it, right?
And not just that, but like, and there's a lot of independent shops where they have. I don't know if you follow Tool Guy Y on Instagram or YouTube, or if you know who he is,
Probably.
Wyatt. Cool guy. He lives like in Hawaii. He's a independent tech, but he's the EVAP Pedicure guy. You know, he does all the AC work. You know, and that's what he does. Now, of course, he'll get something else, you know, here and there. But a lot of independent shops, they have that. They have their, you know, lube tech. That's all they do is brakes.
Yeah.
They're guys that do, you know, suspension work and that I don't like that stuff. Like, one, it makes the shop really, really efficient because you
That's
know you're getting cars out and stuff, but I feel like you take away a lot of experience and opportunity from the other techs, you know, who are doing the same thing. And that's the thing. That's how my boss wants to shop, and I told him, I was like, I can't work like that. Like, I was like, you know, eventually I don't like if we get more techs, like, I don't want to just be doing, you know, heavy line or whatever. You know what I mean? Or like
you gotta do a bit of everything, right? Like,
whatever comes, you know what I mean? Because that's what's gonna educate you, not doing the same thing over and over.
That's the one nice thing with the dealership, because I just finished all my apprenticeship and I'm you know, fully certified or whatever, but I find the dealership to the independent shop is you kind of start you learn the you know, the common failures, what to look for. And you know, there's been times where something has come in, because I do a lot of interior work. Something will come in for you know, let's say the heater core issue, and my thing is upsell. What do I know that these things have issues? You know, rattle on startup, check all the seals that you know that leak. Look at the thermal expansion valve. That's something they like tons of them. And you kind of make your own work. And they've been pretty good about letting a guy, you know, if I'm calling it, I'm fixing it. I've made it fucking very clear that I'm not going to sit there and call work for other guys to collect my gravy while I'm fucking doing, you know, headliner. You know what I'm saying? The headliners are bullshit. And they've been pretty good about that. And I think the big reason is most guys at the dealership, because they have a lot, it's so big, they have a lot of freedom. Vehicles will come in and like you said, they'll kind of change hands. So it'll go to the transmission guy, and then I do a lot of diagnostic work. So then I'll go to me after for, you know, for some diagnostic stuff, and I'll see the truck and I'll do my line. And then all of a sudden, you know, this is leaking, it needs an alternator, the belts are fucked, this, that, and the other thing. And the previous guy or a couple guys, they just put the blinders up and no, I do transmissions, I do, you know, engines, I do whatever. I'm not worried about it. For me, I see that stuff and it's like, yeah, I want it all. Give me seals, give me, you know. So that's been good. And I've been really, really pushing that in the last few months, especially. So, but with COVID, like I said, it's been tough. But now we're basically back to full, you know, capacity. So yeah, we're cranking work out like crazy.
I like kind of like what you're saying there. Like, I think that's what's super beneficial to me and being only like at shop, because so my experience is like 3.5 years. You know, most people are like, oh, you only have 3.5 years. You probably don't know what the hell you're talking about. You know what I mean? And just the fact that I basically had to do everything, you know, that comes into the shop, you know. I remember like my first week, that's when I did my first transmission. You know, I think it was a 700 R4 at 7.3, you know, or, you know what I mean? So like, I've been doing a lot of work, like stuff, like, you know, doing exhaust manifold fixes on the 6.7, doing a whole fuel system on a Duramax, you know, stuff my boss never touched.
You guys get those down there too.
Yeah, like the other day he had to do something because I was busy, and he was like, "How do you take this off?" And I was like, "The best way is like do it this, like, because he was gonna do it, and then I ended up doing it just because I got up. So
I think where's it going with this? I think like a dealership is a slow burn. You know, like let's say this, you know, this is master. I guess we're backwards here, but let's say this is master tech, this is apprentice. You know, a dealership moves like this. You know, that's a year, that's 2 years, that's, you know, it's like the way they get you into their programs. It's like a 20-year fucking commitment. You know, you do all the shit work, you get really, really familiar with the product, then they move you up a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, as opposed to a independent shop. You know, a year or 2 years in an independent shop, I found that I learned way more than I did in a year at the dealership. Like I had come in and I was working with guys that were in the trade as long as me, and they didn't diagnose anything. They didn't do any electrical work. They didn't do any mechanical work. Very little, even like, you know, changing spark plugs and stuff. It was recalls, block heater cords, you know, really nothing that was challenging or
Parts changing.
Yeah, exactly. Just parts changing.
Yeah, so I mean, I noticed that at Toyota too. I think that was another like setup for me, because so I was like, I want to be, you know, master tech. I want to be doing everything, you know. And so of course, you know, they had tests. So like, well, you need to do all these tests. You know, you got to pass them.
Oh yeah.
Blah, blah. So I was like, okay. Every day after work, I was going, taking my test, studying, taking the courses, passing them and stuff. And I think like there was like certain tests I couldn't go past because I needed time, right? And so I got to a certain point, and they're like, okay, like, well, we can't promote you until you've been here for 2 years. So I was like, you're telling me I took like 2 years worth of tests within 4 months for me to do nothing. Like,
it's crazy. And that's the thing too. Like when I started at the dealership, man, I was so gung ho. I was fucking ready to rock. Bring on the fucking timing chains. This is Ford, baby. I know you got them clacking out front. And you know, so I go through, and in the first month, I had done more training than guys that have been there for 7 years. Like I was fucking pounding out these courses. I'd go home at night. I work at lunch, and then here's a fucking block heater cord that lights on fire. Crawl around on the ground and replace that. It pays 0.4, so you're not going to make any fucking money. But do these 40 times a day, and then we'll see. Maybe you can do some tires. What the fuck is this? Are you kidding me? Yeah. Neil, the maintenance man, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, Neil? Yeah, he's listening at work.
Oh yeah, you guys did a live stream together. That's right, I forgot.
Yeah, you were supposed to.
Neil's good shit. Yeah, I know. Fuck me, right? I like the Dan McKevitz of the Neil live stream. He gets that joke. Listen, I'm flat out, okay? I'm just trying to fucking survive and chisel out my existence here.
He's tired. Tired.
Yes. I'm getting old, man. I'm getting fucking old. I'm 30. I'm feeling
30?
30.
Still young. Young buck ready to fuck.
Oh, buddy, I tell you, I lay the pipe down. There's no problem there. I lay that dick down. Shit.
Let's see. Dude, I haven't eaten today.
You haven't eaten? You just crushing beers on an empty stomach in the sun?
Pretty much.
Nice. Getting hella faded. Hell yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Crushing ass.
Hey Jude, how's it going? All right, let's see. If I missed some comments, I'll probably Tools and Chaz. Tools and Chaz has some funny stuff, dude.
He's hilarious. He was talking earlier about his where he was giving a little bit of jabs to the boomers. I really like that video. Lazy motherfucker is a lazy motherfucker. I don't care. You know, he posted some holy shit. It was vehicles that shouldn't be on the road no more. It was on his Instagram story yesterday. I don't know if it's still up, or day before maybe. And it was the burgundy, what was it? The Ford the big one, Expedition.
Oh, the Ford.
Anyways, it was fucking hilarious, man. It was, I sent that to you. I watched that. I work with a guy who has that exact same car. No AC in the motherfucker, smoking mad cigarettes, and ain't got no insurance. And it was like the exact same thing. Like, this is your car, man. Like, it's time. You got to take it off the road.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all have it over there in Canada. Do y'all have like what they call it, state inspection stickers, like a sticker you have to get on your vehicle?
Where I am, we don't have it, believe it or not, which is incredible. Back east, they do have the inspections, but we don't have it where I am.
So you're not worried about like frames rusting out and breaking on the highway?
It doesn't last. The vehicles don't last long enough up here to
do that.
No, they don't rust. We don't deal with a lot of shitloads of mud. Like, I mean, mud, like you have, mud city, bitch. And population me. We see a lot of mud, and then usually the engines are done. I'd say 80% of my work, if not more, is pickup trucks, F-150 Super Duties, F-550s. That's all I do all day, 20 techs in the shop, 90% of them, that's all they're doing all day is pickups. And work trucks, I had a work truck a few years ago. Let me show you my impression of doing a tune-up on the work truck. Okay, this is the radio. I'm just going to crank that a little bit louder and put the pedal down, baby, because I don't give a shit. So, usually by the time the trucks have hit 4 years old, they're completely miled out. They have absolutely like a million idle hours on them, and they don't even have time to rust. They're gone. Send them to auction. Send them south.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, okay. like an old what was it? I think it was an old Buick, maybe the La Sabra. The real high end. I think you had one in your shop. I'm like, I haven't seen one of those fucking things in years. Those have long since been sent down south. You don't make it up here. If you don't start at -40, you're done. Get the fuck out. Go down to the hippies down on the island.
What's the code? So so we have yearly registration. Right? So I bought my Tacoma back in 2016, and that sticker expired in 2017, and I just got a new one a couple weeks ago.
Tacoma or a sticker?
Tacoma. Oh, a sticker, like the state inspection sticker. Yeah. So I went like 4 years without a sticker just because I was like, I don't need
a saving. It's a Toyota. What's gonna go wrong?
Yeah, I was like, I'm maintaining it. You know what I mean?
So you drive a man. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like my legs up on the table. So you drive a Tacoma?
Yeah, I have a Tacoma. I have a.
Are they pretty good truck or what?
I think they're okay. The only thing that's bad about these frames, and that's just because I hear from a lot of people that work at the Toyota plant, is that the frame on the Toyota trucks are shitty. Like
they rust out.
That they're thin and everything, and then so I'm like, oh, that sucks. Oh yeah, there's another guy I talked to. His name's Miguel. I think he lives in Pennsylvania, where the Neo lives, and he deals with a lot of rust. And like one day he posted doing a wax treatment. And I thought he was making a joke because under the car it looked oily as fuck. Like I had huge oil leaks. I was like, damn, that's a lot of oil leaks. He's like, no, bitch, it's a wax treatment. And I'm like, the fuck's a wax treatment, bro?
Yeah, you just wax the shit out of it.
Yeah, so I guess it's like rust prevention. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool to see like how different.
Oh, dude, those boys. We had the rustiest thing I ever fucking worked on, and I talk about this on my channel a lot. Because it was literally like it was a customer that literally no other shop would touch this fucking thing. It's called the Cetra bus. So they're a bus that's made in Germany. It is too large to actually drive on any European roads. So they have a special permit to take it from the factory to a barge. Then it gets shipped down to Florida, and then it goes wherever. So this bus had done 18 years in New Brunswick. So that's on the East Coast, salt right in the fucking ocean. The guy brought the thing over. The bus chassis, the outer skin was all aluminum. The frame was all steel. So it was basically just a big fucking salty brine battery going. And I have never, to do a fucking wiper arm, it was like 3 fucking hours. You'd sit there, you'd heat it. Oh, I don't want to break the fucking windshield. So you're just, you're tapping it, impacting it a little bit, you're tickling the balls, just trying to get it loosened up. Finally, mercifully, you get in there. Next thing you know, you put the new wiper arm. The fucking motor mounts blew off on the goddamn wiper motor now. So now I got to take this whole fucking fiberglass piece of shit apart and drill and tap out new holes and replace every bolt. I don't know how the guys do it. Like Self-Made Auto, I'll watch his channel. I'll be like, you got to be fucking kidding me. I'd kick that thing in the fucking dirt garbage. Like,
I love Self-Made Auto.
The best. The Erico it's the best car channel on YouTube. No offense, you're great, but Erico, that fucking guy.
Everyone loves
that.
Yeah. No, like it's funny because you say that. Like I've even said it on my story because not too long ago I was getting a bunch of cars, from up north, and they were rusty, and I'm having to work on these, and I don't see rust on a daily, and there's tricks and skills to dealing with all this stuff that's rusty, and I'm like, man, I respect you guys that are, rust belt mechanics, because I mean, you literally have to enjoy what you do. To be doing that, because I love working on cars, but when I was getting that rusty shit, it just pissed me off. I was like,
my thing that I fucking hate more than anything, and that's a big reason why I don't like doing driveline work, the fucking mud that we have up here is it's biblical levels of mud. And usually what happens is it'll be muddy as fuck. Then it'll get cold outside. The mud will then freeze into cement. And then it's fucking impossible to work on anything. So you bring the vehicle in, you spend, you almost have to pressure wash it twice. You pressure wash it once to get just to heat it up. And then you got to sit there and you're chipping this fuck. I got an oil pan lined up on my hoist for Monday morning first thing. And I swear to fuck, I spent 15, 20 minutes just blasting the mud off of the nooks and crevices so I can get into that thing on Monday. So that's the thing where I don't see the rust as much, but I see a lot of fucking mud.
That's crazy. The thing with rust, hold on.
Yeah, baby.
In Nebraska, the only inspection on cars to make sure your 1911 the glove box. No one cares about your 6-box here. That's dope. Well, I had a stroke trying to read my last comment. Tony Tool Time, what's up, brother?
Just chilling, my man.
Dealing with rust, you need a torch and a lap engine. Yes. Okay, so I had a Toyota Matrix the other day, and it came from.
You mean a Pontiac Vibe? Anyway, sorry.
No.
It's the same fucking thing, man. I don't care. You work in a Toyota dealership, it's the same damn thing.
Same powertrain, but like
different. The Toyota's way better. Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Not the. So anyways,
I'm not defending Pontiac. They are both shit. Anyway.
So I get this car in, right, and bad hub bearings, of course. So I was like, we'll replace them. I started taking it apart. Dude, I take off the wheel, and I just noticed steering knuckle rusted, fucking shock rusted. And I'm just like, well, something's going to break. Something's not going to come off. I had to put a whole new shock and spindle, used steering knuckle and everything just because it was seized, pulled out the torch.
Oh.
I was like, this CV shaft's not coming out. It is what it is.
That's it. Air hammer the fuck out of everything.
I need to get an air hammer. Like,
dude, it's one of those tools where you don't think about it. And I watch Eric all the time, and that's his go-to. Like why would you get a hammer if you don't get air it? So I put it in my service cart to try and make sure that I actually I had it. Man, does that ever work good? Pulling drive shafts, pulling fucking exhaust flanges and shit apart. It goes. Even just hitting the nut before you actually put the impact on it, when you already know it's going to break, it makes you feel like you're doing something. But yeah, big nasty air hammer, man, that's a pretty indispensable tool.
Have you ever taken off main bolts on a Cadillac, the North Star engine?
I have not been fortunate enough to deal with that, but I'm sure it's a nightmare.
Okay, so what happens is when you pull those bolts out, whether it's head bolts or the main bolts, any ones that go into the block, it basically strips it out, right? And I had to do the upper oil pan, and it's part of the main cap bearings.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I knew that, like I just knew like these things strip out. So how am I gonna take this off without stripping it? And I went on YouTube, and sure enough, there's a guy that lives in the Rust Belt area. He's like, hit the air hammer, and they're gonna come out without stripping the things. And sure enough, it works. So.
No shit, hey, yeah, that's it, man. They're magic. Stay away from the Cadillac North Star. I have heard that those are absolute piles of shit. Those have the sleeves, right? The cylinder, the inserts, right? Inserts. Yeah. I've heard that they're.
Yeah.
I had a guy I work with used to work for GM for decades, and yeah, he's like, I made a lot of money on those fucking Cadillacs, but I tell you that he loves the liquor though. So.
Yeah, so like I was already telling, like me and my boss were already looking for like, okay, we're gonna need this insert set, blah blah. We have to order tools because like it's gonna happen, and I was just doing research. I was like, man, there has to be a way. Like it's YouTube, everything's on YouTube.
That's it, buddy.
Found a video.
Inserts everything.
Let's see. I miss my North. Interesting.
I mean, I'm sure they're a great engine if you're not working on them. They had jam.
Yeah. Okay. So to do an oil pan on that one, you got to pull the transmission because the exhaust covers one of the oil pan bolts. In order to get
why wouldn't it?
In order to get that exhaust off, you got to take off the transmission. So, Mike J, that a cold beer? Check this out, buddy.
Snap on.
He
$5 for that motherfucking koozie.
No, he sent this out. He sent this out to me.
Oh, nice. That's all right.
So,
what's going on, Sam Williams, my buddy?
The founding father.
He's a good dude. He's
I follow him on Instagram.
He's the CEO, president, and manufacturing director of Toolganizer. Not sponsoring this live stream yet, but maybe the next one we'll see. So I got
he owns Tool Organizer, or he's the CEO?
No, yeah, he's the man. Yes,
I did not know that.
Yeah, we talk lots all the time. Like we're designing tools, we're moving and shaking, baby. I'm the lead research and design developer. And he never gave me that title, but I am taking it. So
that's dope. Yeah, I heard about it from you, and then CP the Tool Addict too.
Yeah,
Audubon Dan.
Yep.
Oh, that's how I actually found the Samuel Williams, the founding father, Instagram.
Lead design engineer. I'm getting that put on business cards. I don't give a shit.
Lead. Show the Mac koozie. How you know? Oh, okay, that's Miguel. So that's the other guy I was talking about. Show the Mac koozie. He sent me out a Mac koozie too. That's pretty cool. Shit. It's like the aluminum ones.
Oh, those are pretty dope, actually.
I'll get it on my next beer, Miguel.
So I want to talk to you. So how do you feel about the tool? Because you own a lot of Snap-on stuff. Do you think it's worthwhile to go that direction? Because I never did. I got opinions on it, but I always like to ask guys what their outlook on the tool truck stuff is.
So here's my thing. Snap-on is definitely a superior product. Like there's no.
They make good shit.
They make damn good stuff, you know. And the price is definitely a premium. The only thing is, there's a lot of people that say buy once, cry once, or whatever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And like I said, that's one of the main reasons I made my channel is because when I started out, of course, me being independent and literally I'm having to do transmissions, timing belts. You know, like
you need a lot of tools.
I just can't get an oil filter wrench, some wrench sets, and some lug nut sockets to change wires. I mean, change wheels. Yeah. I need tools. So went ahead, got a Snap-on truck, got a tool car, a bunch of tools, and I got a bunch of tools so that I can knock out just almost, at least do the main part of what I need to do. So, and that's when I was like, I think I needed something, and the Snap-on, it was just too expensive. And I was like, I can't afford that, but I freaking need it. And I don't even remember what it was. Oh, I think it was a 1/2-inch impact. They wanted some of the P50 for like $650, and I was just like, I don't have that. Like, and I already have a high credit limit, so I started looking for a 1/2-inch impact, and that's when I found about aftermarket stuff, dude. Well, not aftermarket, but Astro Pneumatic and all these other tool brands. And I'm like, what? Oh, I need a 1/2-inch impact socket, so. I think I needed 1/2-inch universals, and the Snap-on set was like $800 for like a seven piece or something like that. I'm like, are you serious? And I bought a great pneumatic set, and it went from 12 to 24. I think I paid like $160.
Yeah, that's.
And great pneumatic is probably like one of the best impact sockets, like right next to Snap-on. Like
they're awesome, man. And there's so many good. Like I bought a bunch of for me, I own maybe about 6-7 Snap-on tools. I don't have a lot, to be honest with you. I like Gear Wrench. I like Capri has been really impressing me.
Capri's Capri's
got some good shit. Like their impact sockets are fucking good. And the thing that like exactly like you said, I can buy a set on the Snap-on truck that will cost me $800, or I could buy a Gear Wrench set that will cost me $150. So you're telling me the thing about Snap-on, the warranty, they don't cover you if you lose the tool. They don't cover you if somebody steals the fucking thing. And that's where it's like, okay, I can buy this a few times before I even come close to the first purchase price of this Snap-on. And then, yeah, there's occasionally, like if for instance, my 21 millimeter deep socket, you use that a shitload on the Fords. The thing is 3 or 4 years old now. It's a Gear Wrench. It's getting a little bit punched out. I'm going to replace it with a Snap-on. But I would rather have, $40 in the one socket that I use all the time, and $150 set that that covers me on the other stuff, as opposed to just running out and spending $800. Some of these guys have 15, 20, 30 G's tied up in a toolbox, man, let alone the stuff that goes inside of it. That's wild to me.
And see, that's another thing. Like, that's why I didn't get a tool truck box. So I need tools. Tools make me money, not my box. And some people can justify buying a box because a toolbox box, like that guy Miguel, he needs a big toolbox because he needs a lot of tools and he has to roll around, and a car is just not big enough. So why am I going to spend $80 a week paying off a toolbox when I could have $80 a week paying for tools that make me money? Right? And I have an independent dealer, and he sells everything from gear wrench to SK2.
Oh, no shit, hey?
CTA.
That's awesome.
Everything in between. And so with him, that's how I found out about a lot of other tools.
Yeah.
And, and so I've bought in a lot of tools from him just because, eventually, like, there's the thing is like, well, buy USA made because you're supporting Americans, you're supporting jobs. I get that. And I'm 100% with that. 100% with that too. But at the same time, my independent dealer, that's his job, is selling these tools. I'm supporting him and his, I'm buying tools from him when I can buy from Snap-on. It's just, what can I afford now? Because eventually I'm going to go to, I just need these tools to last me where I'm making more money, where I can afford it and not care about it,
Yeah, and you upgrade what you need, right?
Yeah, or upgrade what I need. I mean, I think the things that I need the most, I know I need solid, or I haven't Snap-on, like my pliers, my impact sockets, besides gray pneumatic. I think gray pneumatic will last you a lifetime. I don't think you need. I've warranted a bunch of Snap-on, and I've never warranted a gray pneumatic.
So, but you don't like Sunex though. Hey, you said you had bad times with them in the past.
For which one? Sunex?
Sunex, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I did have Sunex, and I think I had their wobbles, and then I had their magnetic sockets, and then I had the regular sockets. And all of them broke. I had the deeps, and the measurements were off. Like, I was rounding fasteners off.
Get the fuck
out. I was
out
rounding
of here.
them out. And then I had the swivel sockets bust on me. And then I think it was just those two, and then like the other sockets I had, I was like, well, it's the magnetic socket. So those were the only ones that were actually good because the magnet was super strong. So I liked those. But the other two, I was like, man, I don't like Sunex. Like, this is stupid. And that's when I went to green pneumatic, and that's when I was like, these are the shit. But let me grab another beer because
I have sounds good. I'll only be able to stick around for one more beer if that's all right. But anyway, I like my Sunex shit. I've had really good luck with that. I can warranty Carlisle way faster than any other tool truck. I fucking wish that we had a Napa. Apparently it's not a thing in Canada. We have like this shitty Procore. It's garbage. But yeah, the Carlisle stuff is good. I have like 2 or 3 things. That headlamp that you send me is awesome. Yeah, I would love to have more Carlisle stuff. It's just, it's not really, and that's the big thing too. Buy what you can warranty, right? Like, I don't know, my Snap-on guy, he comes every couple of weeks. He comes at payday, right? So, for me, to go to Canadian Tire on my lunch break and warranty something out, it's way faster than waiting for the truck. And then every time I go on there, hey, what can we pick out for you today? I'm good, man. I'm good. I don't need a $700 digital torque wrench. I'll be all right. Tools inside the box, make the money. There's nothing. I bought a the Harbor Freight roll cart, and man alive, the thing is so punched out, but it's not dead yet, and I will not freaking replace something that's working. So, but I wish I would have spent more money on that for sure.
Okay. Yeah. I saw this right before I left, Samuel. So, to Carlisle way faster than any tool truck, and that's another thing too. Okay, so I still to this day have a bunch of Snap-on tools that I need warranty, and I understand because of 2020 or whatever, things are delayed or whatnot. but I can from Osa Tools, Capri, and my independent dealer. If I need something warranted, if it's like Capri or Osa or like something online,
Yep.
I have it within like 3 days.
Yeah.
If it's my independent dealer, no matter what tool it is, I have a new one the next week. The only time I didn't get something warranty fast was my Milwaukee Impact and battery. And my battery, and it was like already three
Milwaukee's
weeks
like
on my
that.
battery. It's
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
Yeah. They deal. They have. Yeah. Like I don't know. Tecton. I've had good luck with Tecton. They've been fucking
Oh,
awesome for warranty shit.
take it. So you get it way faster. So, but my dealer, because of how good he is, I was already my third. I was going on my third week without my 6 amp battery from my Milwaukee, and he just gave me a brand new one. He's like, here's a new
Yeah. See,
battery.
that's yeah.
So with Snap-on and Mako and these tow trucks, sometimes I have to wait months before I get my tool warranty, and that's
Yep.
not necessarily Snap-on's fault. That's necessarily the dealer's fault, which is why I was saying, like, my independent dealer, like, if I need something warranted, the next week he has it, other than that was the only time I think he, was able to.
Yeah. And the thing is, you're paying
Uh,
five, 6 times the price. Oh, nice.
yeah, that's the one Miguel sent me too. It's pretty dope. Oh, shit. On the other side, I think it says like 10 millimeter. Easy to lose, hard to find. That's what it says. Mac Koozie. I always see them on their flyers. So if you're wondering,
Yeah,
I think it's like on their Mac flyers.
I like Mac actually. I have quite a few Mac tools. They're pretty good price to performance, I would say.
Chad Omar. I have a great neck set I got from AutoZone years ago as my go-to set to my car. You know what? I found a great neck uh, extension the other day on a hood.
Yeah.
It was all rusted out and everything, but it still worked. So I kept it. It's on my. I don't use it, but if I need it, it's there.
Sorry, 1 second.
Take your time. Hurry up.
There we go. Yeah, the first set of wrenches I ever bought was from Walmart. It was a great neck set, and I didn't think they were that bad. The only thing I didn't like about them is they were fucking short. They were just doing everything they could to save metal. So that was the one thing I didn't care for them. But hey, if you need like a semi-stubby wrench, there you go.
So okay, so I want to ask you, so you're like not wanting to, but you're wanting to like pursue a different career.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Oh, ultimately, why is that? Like,
I think like when I get excited about a vehicle, for me, it's not really like I find a good mechanic, a guy who likes what he does, and he, someone like yourself, is the challenge of going in, going out, being quick, making the money. That's kind of where the excitement for me. I really like to sit back and sometimes I'll just sit down and trip out on what is actually going on to make these vehicles do what they're doing. I mean, the way the CAN system is interacting, the way that we're delivering fuel, the way that they're like. I just finished my last round of school. I think I was talking about this on a live stream too, but the relationship between the variable geometry turbos and the EGR systems, and how these systems are able to monitor and change parameters so fast, and all of the programming and the electronics that go into that stuff, to me, is what really gets me excited. But just as well as I do, is if you want to make money in this trade and you want to actually be a mechanic, you don't really need to know about that stuff. I mean, it's good, it's great, but the reality is you got to get in there, you got to get it busted out, you got to make it happen. And it's good. I like the challenge, but I think I'm getting to the point in my life where I'm getting a little older now. I spent a lot of years driving around, busting my ass, working in the oil patch, making money, and I'm just ready for something else.
So on that, so I actually I have a lot of friends that that were mechanics, and they left the career, and financially, they're doing way better and stuff like that, and they generally enjoy what they do, but it's not like the love of working on cars, you know. So
Yeah.
like I have one friend, sorry. He was a mechanic for like 8 years, and he enjoys working on cars, and he left to go do like CNC machining,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And because of his mechanical background and stuff, it's helped him pursue even further in that career. And he's definitely making a lot more than what he was as a tech. And he says I would never go back. If I was to do it all government, I wouldn't, because he enjoys working on cars. And he builds
Great
like
hobby. It's a
it's a hobby.
wonderful hobby.
Like that's like strictly hobby, not to make a living. And it's not a hobby every day. There's some days like I go to work and I'm like, this damn car, like it's frustrating. But then
And that, yeah, it's good, and it's hard work, and the trade is great because you learn so much so quickly. You're dealing with, hydraulic systems, so I mean that has applications in dozens of other industries. Electronic systems, well, I don't need to tell you every fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry. I mean, you can damn near not be a plumber nowadays without understanding a little bit of electrical. I mean, it's in everything. You got, fuel delivery systems. You got, there's so much involved in being a mechanic that it touches on a lot of different aspects of working in industry and being in different trades. So it's a great place to start. I definitely don't regret the time that I spent in this trade. Before I started, I didn't know jack shit about electrical work. I didn't know anything. I maybe changed my own oil a couple times, and the amount that I've learned from there, it's huge. That's something that you take with you forever. But is it something where I can keep passionate about it? Because you have to love this job in order to get up and do it every day. It's not like a bank job where you can go in half hungover, coked out of your mind from the night before, after a sales meeting, you buy an Asian prostitute, and then you got to roll into work the next day and kill 6 hours. Like you actually have to want to be there and push yourself to do more. And that's great, but I'm getting a little burnt out on trading labor for money, where I kind of want to do more, where I'm using more of my brain for money, I guess is maybe the
And see, and that's what I think about too. Like, okay, yeah, like right now I enjoy doing heavy line. I enjoy doing, but I feel like at a certain point in time I'm gonna be, tired out, burnt out, or whatever. Which is eventually why I want to get into like the diagnostics, where eventually I just do diag work, or like I check this car, hey, it's this, send someone else, you fix it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And maybe here and there, like, oh, I want to fix this one, like this is interesting.
Exactly.
Whatever. Yeah. But my dream is to build race cars. Like I want to build. There's this guy I follow on Instagram. His name's like Ricky M.91 or whatever, and he's a Honda guy. He builds Honda.
I might have seen him actually.
He builds like Honda race cars. He's building these cars to race, and not just Honda. Sometimes he's working on Nissan and stuff, but he's like building motors like that gonna race.
What was his name? Kyle.
Ricky.
Let
me look at this again.
There's a guy that does a lot of drag racing stuff, and his wife's got a fans only, and she's got a big rack, so he trots her out there, and then he throws a fucking turbocharged Nissan in the background. I thought maybe it was the same guy, but I could be mistaken.
That's what I gotta start doing.
Barry, oh yeah, I don't know why you're not leveraging that rack. I hope she's not watching. I hope she. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
She probably is.
That's the sound of her unfollowing me and blocking me from.
No, they don't. Okay, so the other day, because I'm in the TTS group chat, right? And I genuinely like knowing like how people found my channel. So I asked all the group. I was like, "How did y'all find my channel?" And two of them, they're like, "Oh, I found out about you through your wife." I was like, "What? Like you're following my girl before you're following me and stuff?"
What the fuck, man? Like that.
And then someone was like, "Oh yeah, you got a hot wife." And then this another guy, he just came in and he's like, "Oh yeah, I agree with that." And I was like,
getting it from every single angle.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I enjoy it.
When you guys are taking the gym selfies, do people like come up to her and be like, "Is this man bothering you, ma'am? Is there anything should we just get rid of him?" Or
no. That's funny.
I'm kidding,
Yeah.
obviously.
No, I mean, and
Look at those. Look at the dimples and the curly hair. Jesus Christ. I mean, she's
no,
the lucky one. Come on.
I remember I was at school one day and I have her as my screensaver or whatever, and I checked the time or someone asked me the time or whatever, and then they saw her and they're like, "Who's that?" I was like, "Oh, that's my girlfriend." And he looks at me and he's like, "How the hell did you get with that?" And I was like, "Hey, bro," I was like, "I was skinny at one point and I'm hella funny." Like,
That's it.
that's it.
That's all it
That's
takes,
it.
man.
That's all it takes. You gotta be
Yeah.
funny.
You got that boom. You got that hog too. That's a big thing. Yeah, I think. I guess getting back to being a mechanic, it's a great trade, and I really enjoyed it. Like, I started my career in a electronic specialty shop, and I really, the work that we did that I missed the most was actually doing circuit board repairs. So we do things like Dodge had a really bad issue with their it's not Fickum, it's Tippum, totally integrated. Yeah, the Tippum issue. So we would, after a while, we would keep all of the old, cores or whatever the fuck it would be. Usually by the time they made it to us, they were customer pays. So we keep all the old ones, and then we would actually start disassembling them, ordering components, and rebuilding. A lot of the time, it's just relays that are soldered to these boards, and then the relays go bad, and then the customer has to pay $700 for a new fucking module, right? So we ended up we went through and did a lot of the component level stuff. I loved that work. I loved it because number one, it was challenging. It's very delicate work. I do a lot of soldering on my channel too. Like it's just a hobby that I enjoy. And I always love being able to go to a customer and say, hey, we can order you a new one. It's $700, or we can repair this one, at $150, or $100, right? And for me, when I went home at the end of the day, because I know what it's like to be on the other side of me, holy fuck, these goddamn vehicles, I just want some fucking signal lights at work. And now it's $600 later, and this the guy's telling me, to be able to do that, I loved that type of work. And, gauge clusters was another one. Some of these older gauge clusters are getting hard to find. Like $1,200 on a gauge cluster for a vehicle that maybe is worth $2,000 doesn't make a lot of sense. For me to be able to go in there, reflow some of the solder joints, be able to replace some of the components. I absolutely love that work. And that was something, if I could go and do that full time, that would be an awesome job for me. One of my dream jobs.
And see, and I get that. I like that too. Like, I mean, it's like the same with engines and rear ends,
Exactly.
Yeah. Like I enjoy like rebuilding ends because I've done a couple. I enjoy I always try to build it. Him, and of course it's just me. He's like, it's just faster and easier to do an engine swap. Like, and he's like, plus the shop makes money off the parts. And I get it. There's a business side to it, and and the speaking of the Tippum. The first time not too long ago I did, Dodge Caravan came in with a 3.6.
The door wasn't working. Oh, okay.
And I'm trying to figure it out, and of course that leads down to no fuel pressure, or I'm thinking no fuel pressure, but I got fuel pressure at the pump. The pump's turning on and everything, and of course it leads to the Tippum, and I posted on my story. Which is another great thing about fucking social media, man. Like when people like hear stories, like they educate you.
Yeah.
I swear I had like 6-7 guys tell me, "Oh, don't sell them a Tippum. Replace. You can do this to fix it." They send me links like how to repair this problem. I'm like, cool. You know what? I'm gonna tell my bosses like I want to save them because I think it was like $800 for the Tippum. And plus the diag fee, and so I told him, and he wasn't for it. He's just
you know what? I get it, right? Because it's a liability thing on his part. He's like, I got something in there. I don't know if the fucking thing is going to work. And then if all of a sudden down the road, I get that too, 100%.
Well, because there's even a TSB, but for certain models. So I showed someone, I think a dealer tech sent me the TSB. He's like, here's a TSB for, I think it was the Durango, and we had a Dodge Caravan.
Yeah.
And I showed him, like, no, like it's the same thing. And his thing was like, okay, say we mess with the harness, we solder this, blah blah blah. What if a fire happens?
Exactly.
I'm fucking liable for that.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta sell him a Tippum. If Dodge Chrysler didn't fix that Tippum when we sold him a new one, that's on them. It's not me.
Yeah.
This is what I had to do, warranty purposes.
Yeah, that's it. And
So
that's yeah.
it's understandable, but I would like to do that because you know, in the long run, one, you're saving the customer money, and if you feel better because like, hey, I did a repair, I didn't just change a part.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know,
100%. And even like, it's just like the difference between replacing a alternator or a starter. Like we used to do rebuild starters. Now, mind you, on a let's say a pickup truck, it's very hard to rebuild a starter for less than you can get a
buy a new one.
remanufactured one for. It's very tough. Like I think to do a real good job, you're in it for about an hour and a half. You got some parts you're going to have to replace. At $150 an hour shop labor, you can buy a new starter, right? So that doesn't make sense. But we get a lot of industrial guys, guys with Peterbilt's, Kenworth. You're talking multiple thousands of dollars of starters and alternator work. And that stuff would come in. The guys, you'd be okay, $700. Grinning ear to ear. They pay their bill. Thank you very much. Bring you, some donuts and a coffee. We're gonna send you. I did one. It was a buncher. So think like a logging thing. It comes in. It's got like the arms like this, and then it's got the saw that comes off, and they bundle the logs together and tear them out. Anyways, one of the apprentices, they were boosting the thing. It was super cold, and he got some leads mixed up on the battery, and it took out the TCM, the transmission control module. I think it was an $11,000 module that was back ordered. So the guy's like, I don't give a shit about my warranty. I don't give a fuck what you have to do. If you can get this thing running, I will pay you anything, because I am, every day that this thing is not making money, I'm losing money, right? He comes in, we open this, we take all the coating off, we pop the module apart, we take the the microscope, we're looking, and all it was they have a literally, it's a small, I think it was a 40-cent resistor, input resistor, like a link. It was basically just like a fuse on the circuit board itself, and that blew. We replaced it. It fixed, done. I don't know what we end up charging the guy, but I mean, the guy, if we would have had a brand new one in our hand and said, hey man, sorry, it's going to be 7, 10, 12 G's, he would have stacked that cash out. To be able to do something like that for a guy is awesome. He's a businessman. He's trying to make money. He's got 5, 6 guys that he's employing out there, and the fuck guy comes in, donuts for everybody in the shop, shaking our hands. Thank you so much. I took it to everywhere in town, and nobody would touch it. Nobody would look at it. That shit, like, for me, is awesome, and you don't get that at the dealership. It very, very rarely do you see something like that happen.
So I actually have the shop has a customer that's like that. Like, we have a bunch of customers like, but there's just one customer that he brings in a lot of cars, and of course they're all Fords.
Of course.
And and he puts a lot of miles on them, and we get them, and like, he's like, I don't care what it needs, fix it. I need it done next week. Like, you know what I mean? And like, of course, we know at this point, like, if it costs $10,000-$12,000, he don't care. He's gonna pay it, But we still like, hey, it's gonna cost this much. And sometimes it's funny. He gets mad. He's like, didn't I just say just fix it? Like, why are you calling me?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we got to. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. You never know.
That's it.
But it's cool, and it's funny because like I've been there so long, and he's been at the shop way before me. And now he sees me because I'm the one that does the work, and like, he'll bring me breakfast sometime and stuff like that, and it's a good feeling. Or he'll come and like, hey, can you check my air pressure? Do this. I'm like, yeah, like, I'll stop what I'm doing. Like, I'm gonna help you out. You know what I mean? Like,
good customers get better service. And that's why I always tell people, like, when every once in a while, like on Saturdays, I'll go into the lube bay, and I'll, a customer will have a question. I'll talk to him. I said, honestly, if you want good service, bring the vehicle in clean. Don't have a bunch of stuff in the back. That's it. Barry McCocken. There you go.
Oh man, that's funny.
I love that. It kills every time. It kills every fucking time.
But it's funny because he's like, I just got it. I was like, but when he had joined, I saw that. I was just like, that's a good one. I liked it.
Oh shit. Anyways, I think I'm gonna have to run here. I have a couple of things to do tonight, but I very much appreciate you having me on, man. This has been a blast. The next one will come on my channel. You can bring the wife, and then we'll just start chatting. And then if you want to take off, like whatever, it doesn't matter to me. But yeah, definitely the next one we'll have to have you pop on, man.
Of course. Well, thanks for joining me.
Peace out. Thanks, guys. Remember, hit the like button, subscribe, jump from work, all that good stuff. Peace out.
Later, brother. What's going on? My local Napa doesn't know how to warranty. So what do you mean? Like you don't get any you can't ever warranty anything or what? Bring just the wife. I just put my wife on the live stream and y'all can talk to her, right? Blue Gloves, what's up? From Texas, I like it. Yeah, check out if none of y'all follow. I'm pretty sure y'all do, but if none of y'all follow George from Junk from Work, check out his channel on YouTube and Instagram. All right, Sam. So I don't know if you can give me your real name, but how did Tool Organizer come about? I think I've seen it in your okay. I'll message you on the gram. Kenneth. Oh, that's so also Repair for Oats. Y'all should follow him on Instagram too. If you're into like semis and stuff, they do all kinds of stuff from frame up builds. It's pretty sweet. I like that. I really wish I could work on semis more than what I do. I just work on the shops Peterbilt, but I would really like to enjoy working on that. I want to work on everything, like I want to work on motorcycles, ATVs, all that stuff. I want to do it all. That's awesome, man. It's like it's really cool. It's really cool. I like that. I actually need to message you about getting some. I think once I need to buy another set of wrenches for my tow cart, and once I buy that, I want to set it up how exactly I want, and I can take out my toolbox widgets and throw those into my Husky box. So definitely be messaging you here pretty soon. I just actually need the set I need to buy is a Tecton set. It's like a 6 to 24 millimeter regular combination wrench set. Believe it or not, I don't own a regular combo set. I have 3 semis and do my own work. Only way to stay in business. You have 3 semis, so you have like a trucking business. Yeah, George is funny, man. That dude cracks me up. I think one of the first videos I seen him do, and he was like, the video started with him breakdancing or some shit, and he had his like pants halfway on, and he fell and everything. It was just freaking hilarious. It was dope. That's cool, man. Hey, why don't you post more? I think the last time you posted was in January. I actually had to look you up the other day. I was like, man, what happened to this guy? I haven't seen him post. And then I looked you up, and I had actually liked the post, but I was like, that took a while. Oh, it was your truck. Your badass colored GMC. That's a fucking sweet ass color, man. My my girlfriend's Camaro. That's the color we're gonna paint it. It's already like a maroonish, but like black cherry or whatever the hell that color is called. It's freaking immaculate. Like I love that color. I feel you. Yeah, it's hard sometimes. It really is hard. You know, even though it takes like 2-3 minutes, you just forget. And I know, like I try to post daily on my Instagram, like just so I can show the things I'm working on, the tools I'm using and stuff. And sometimes I forget. Just like I'm too busy. I gotta focus. Nice. That's awesome. Like I really love that color. Like I can't wait to. I don't even. My old lady keeps pushing me. I'm slacking. I'm a bad boyfriend. I gotta finish. I'm actually gonna work on it tomorrow. I need to get the transmission lines hooked up, hook up the harness, and see if I can put the battery on and see if I can bypass it to start and make sure the engine starts. Because I put that engine together like 2 years ago, and I'm not even sure if it's gonna crank over. I mean, there's nothing binding, but I don't know if the valves are adjusted right or whatever. So I need to check all that before I make the harness. So who do we still have in the chat? I see Repair for Oats, Tony, Samuel, Blue Gloves, Miguel. Just put I'm in the chat so I know who we talking to here. Sorry guys, man. I'm actually messaging Samuel Founding Father real quick before I forget. Turn up the radio, they would just so it's funny. Okay, so a lot of people don't know. So the whole I guess I'll share it. So the whole reason I actually became a mechanic, like as I've said earlier, like my dream is to build race cars. I've always enjoyed uh race cars. So of course I bought my girlfriend a third gen Camaro. It was a 91 Z20. Well, actually her grandma gave her a 92 RS Camaro, and that was like our car. We drove that everywhere. It was a fucking awesome car. It got totaled or whatever, so I was like, don't worry, I'll buy you a new one. Not a new one, but I'll buy you another. We bought one, wasn't running right. You know, I did on it, changed the oil, blah blah, ran good. Started overheating, changed the whole cooling system. I was like, it's an old car, just replace it all. And then I ended up getting a cracked block, and I was like, well, I need a new engine. I don't know how to do that. And I went through mechanics to fix the car, spent a lot of money, got screwed over, and I was like, you know what? The last guy kind of like really ticked me off. He was screwing me over. I found out, and I was like, I'm gonna do this shit myself. Within 2 weeks later, I went to tech school, and that's where I'm at now. So it's been like 3 years. I need to get that shit running. I need to. I'm a Trey Astu. Oi, how are you? I'm doing good. How about yourself? What's that? Hold up. Is this Luis? I don't know. I feel like that's like a Naruto sign or something. I only know one person that into Naruto. I'm a YouTube certified mechanic. Hey, I mean, there's some good videos out there. I mean, like really good videos, and there's some bad videos. But I've personally learned a lot from YouTube, and that's all I had to say. But there is those chafa mechanics and stuff that post videos, and I've done some repairs. I'm like, man, how am I gonna tackle this? And I've YouTube some videos, and I see like these DIYers or someone that do it, and I'm watching and I see some of the stuff they do, and I'm just like, I had to click off because I don't want to say anything. I'm just like, but I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why'd you do that? Why'd you do this? And it's just uneducated or whatever. So yeah, man, it not necessarily sweet story, but that's how I got here. So I started working on friends' cars in high school and been doing it ever since. Not professional, just on the side, more handyman type stuff. That's cool, man. Do you have a project car of your own? Like, I think project cars. I think almost everyone would enjoy working on cars just because like not necessarily in working on the cars, but I think everyone enjoys cars. Like, you see a car and like, dang, that's a nice car. Like the other day at the car wash, I saw like 1920s, 1930s. I don't know, World War One era Rolls Royce at the car wash, and then I've never seen that before. And I was just like, and I didn't even post on my story. I was just, amazed. I was just admiring the beauty. Like, damn, that's a nice car. Of course, it's an older couple. They're all washing it together and stuff, and it was a nice car, man. Like I think no one could say I don't understand you, but I agree 100%. I'm still learning English. Oh, okay. Well, where are you from? Vice Script Garage does. I'm not sure. I don't know that channel, brother. Send me a video and I'll check it out. Oh, so a Peterbilt. So that's how you got into the semi field then, huh, Kenneth? I've had beaters my whole life. I spent a lot of time working on that. Did you own a Honda? I'm from Brazil. Wow. How did you find this live stream? I'm from the United States. I'm from Texas. All my cars are project cars. That's cool, man. It's funny because there's a saying like um what do you call it? Like, mechanics, are they fix everyone else's cars but their own. And I feel that, dude. Like I have my Chevy, I gotta do the rear axle seal, I need to do the torque converter seal, I need to do the valve cover gaskets, and a bunch of other work. I had to do the water pump, but I pushed doing the water pump as long as I could just because and it finally started overheating and leaking bad. I was like, all right, I gotta do the water pump. I take my I take my time, but like I don't know why I don't like that. I should enjoy working on my cars, but I guess like I don't know, I work on them all week, and it's just a work. Nuts and bolts with Tone. Tony, what's up, brother? Missing the stream, man. Been working on a kid's car now. Time to spend with the wife. Have a great stream. Hey, man, you got happy wife, happy life, man. Thanks for stopping by. Mostly Buicks. Nice. Like the 3.8 engines or what? The 3.8. I think there's like a 3.5 too. You know what, man? I enjoy like a good looking semi, dude. Like the other day I saw a semi at the car wash and I was just like I had to like stop what I was working on. And I was just looking at it, man, like the chrome job, the paint job, the fender wheels, like it was just so nice. Like, damn, that's a nice car. You know what I mean? And I know that shit costs money. Texas, yeah, it's in the second biggest state in the state of America. I don't know. So, and it's pretty cool because my boss has a Peterbilt. It's a '99 Peterbilt, and it doesn't have a sleeper, Kenneth. So, we're actually in the process right now of putting a sleeper on. We got a junker Peterbilt from the junkyard, pulled the cab and sleeper off the frame, took a piece of the frame off, and gutted the old sleeper and got the windows cut out for windows and a bunch of other stuff. Right now, we're trying to figure out the wiring for the sleeper to add the radios and the lights, and then we gotta get it insulated, and then upholstery, and then we're gonna take off the bed from our boss's Peterbilt, put the sleeper on, extend the frame so we can put the bed back on, add some backup cameras and shit. So it's pretty cool. Like that's what I enjoy. Like I'm making like something custom. Like it's dope. That's why I love where I work at. I'm building a barbecue pit from a propane tank. Like after like 30 years, I'll send you a video. That's cool. Like 30 years. Hey, well my Camaro is almost 30 years. For if it's a '92, So what is that? It's like 28. 29. So one more year will be 30. And 3.8 minus 3.4 equals minus 3.1. What? Hey, I will say that the 3.8 engine, actually, I've never seen. The only thing I've ever, actually, literally the only thing I've ever done on a 3.8 is always the coolant elbow hoses that run through the tensioner that go into the intake. I've done intake gaskets and oil pans. That's all I've ever done. Oh, nice. Is that Century turbo supercharged? I had a 92 Camaro that drunk lady hit me and totaled. Damn. Engine was a 305, the 350 V6. So that's actually what happened to the first. So we had the 91 RS, and it sucks, man. Like I feel like it's my fault, like genuinely my fault, because my friend needed a ride to work. He called me like at 6:50 in the morning, and I had drank the night before, and I took a ride to work in the morning. He called me, he's like, "Hey, you gonna take me to work?" I was like, "Nah, bro, find your own ride, right?" He was like, "All right." So I was supposed to take him to work. He had to be at work by like 7:15 or whatever, and it was not too far. I hang up. Literally like 10, 15 minutes later, I just hear like a loud boom. I was like, what the hell is that? And I lived in a second two-story house at the time, so I get up, I look outside because I mean I could hear it, and I just saw the Camaro in a different driveway, all the whole front end smashed, and I was like, son of a bitch, and I freaking ran downstairs and went outside, and yeah, man, a guy was driving. He literally lived like 3 houses down from me. He was driving and he fell asleep right before he got home and hit the Camaro. So um, I guess it was a good thing. And maybe if he didn't hit the Camaro, he might have ran into the house or something. You never know. But if I would have took my friend to work, I don't think that Camaro would have been totaled. A 350, but a V6. Oh, you put a 350. It was a V6, and then you put a 350 in it. Damn, that's good. You should check out. I don't know if you like Camaros, but you should check out third gen F bodies on Instagram, and they post a lot of like third gen Camaro content. And man, there's this one Camaro, and original miles, original TPI 92 Z28 TPI had 30,000 miles, bro. This was like last year, 2020. Posted it. I think they wanted like 16 grand. Like if I could, I would buy that. Like that's so awesome. That's cool. Yeah, it really did suck. And that's why I need to get this other one running. And the thing is okay. So before I became a mechanic, I was already working on the Camaro, and I thought I knew like all this stuff was easy, blah blah. Definitely not. And I wish I would have kept it original. And I decided to do an engine swap. So right now in the Camaro, I have a 4L60E and a LT1 engine from a Buick Roadmaster. And there's like a bunch of forums on how to do this swap, but they're very, very like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like basic, like they're not detailed on, I guess, like a step to step. I guess that's where you got to kind of figure out. And that's another thing that's keeping me from doing it because like I don't want to get it all together and then like it not turn on because like I feel like it's a failure moment, and I guess like you need those failure moments, but that's another thing that's keeping me like I don't want to like do this thinking like it's gonna work and then it doesn't work. You know what I mean? So but at the same time, that's why I've been like recording all this because I want to make a legitimate how to do this swap because there's not jack shit on the internet, man, and it sucks. Like I'm gonna put the part numbers for this, the exact how to do it. You know, I want to make it like a LT1 swap for dummies. You know what I mean? Because that's that's what I am. I just found coolant in my oil on the sensor iron. Maybe a head gasket. Don't know yet. Hey, I think Kenneth, if he's still here, Repair Forge just did that on his. I think he had like a Impala or something to do head gaskets on him. Yeah, they are, and that's what everyone's telling me. And I know they are. I know are. I mean, you only learn from your mistakes, but I don't know. I guess it's just like I want like so bad, like I want to be right the first time. Yeah, I don't know until I do it, right? But yeah, it was a '94 Buick Roadmaster. It had the LT1, 5.7 LT1. I think they were in a couple years, but yeah. Or actually, that was the only engine for that. Those little station wagons. And then like the Caprice had them, and the Impalas had them. So, but all right, guys, I gotta cut it short. I haven't ate since 9 this morning. It's 9 p.m. I'm hungry. The old lady's hungry. I think this was a pretty good live stream. I agree. But thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. I might try to do this every Saturday or every other Saturday around the same time. I know there's other YouTubers that come on, like the Heavy Wrench Phil. So, but I'm gonna head up. Thanks. Tell your girl to come on then. Yeah, she's hungry too. She's already telling me let's go eat. And happy wife, happy life. So, thanks for watching. Y'all stay safe, all right? See you next. I just posted a video on a battery tester. Go check it out. Leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think.